Hello everyone. Today we will do the explanation of lesson number 5, The Mask. Dear students, this lesson is written by Satyajit Ray, and as it is written over here that Satyajit Ray in his films or in his stories, in his books, Satyajit Ray was a master storyteller. He created two of the most famous characters in Bengali fictions, Feluda the sleuth and Professor Shanku the scientist. His stories are simple and entertaining. Now let's read about this lesson. Feluda or Pradosh Chandra Mitra is an amateur sleuth who is a character in a series of Bengali detective fictions novels and short stories which were written by Satyajit Ray. He makes his first appearance in this story. Topshe is Feluda's cousin and the narrator of the story. He accompanies Feluda on all his adventures. Feluda and Topshe are on a holiday in Darjeeling when this incident occurs. In this introduction to story, it is written that Feluda, or his real name was Pradosh Chandra Mitra, is an amateur sleuth. Amateur sleuth means who was interested in doing detective work. Is a character in a series of Bengali detective fiction novels and short stories which was created by Satyajit Ray. He makes his first appearance in this story. He has made his first appearance in this story, and Topshe was Feluda's cousin and the narrator of the story. He accompanies Feluda on his all adventures, and Feluda and Topshe are on a holiday in Darjeeling when this incident occurs. I had accidentally overheard a disturbing conversation between Rajan Babu and a friend of his when I was sitting in the mall, and had reported to Feluda that there seemed to be something to investigate. Here, in this paragraph, the narrator of the story, Topshe, is saying that he accidentally overheard the conversation between Rajan Babu and his friend when he was sitting in the mall, and he immediately reported to Feluda that there is something to investigate. Rajan Babu, an amiable old man, was living a peaceful, retired life in Darjeeling. Recently, he had taken in a paying guest, Tinkori Babu, on the recommendation of a dear friend. Tinkori Babu had a special weakness for chariot, and before moving into Rajan Babu's house, he had made sure that Rajan Babu had no objection to it. In the second paragraph, we are getting the information about Rajan Babu. Rajan Babu is an old amiable person. Amiable means friendly in nature. He was a friendly person, friendly old person, and he was living a peaceful retired life in Darjeeling. And recently he had given his house for a paying guest on the recommendation of his dear friend, and that paying guest was Tinkori Babu. Tinkori Babu has a weakness for chariot, and before moving into Rajan Babu's house, he made sure that Rajan Babu had no issues with his chariot. Now let's turn the page. Dear students, chariot is a kind of cigar. Now let's move on to page number 42 and read paragraph number 3. A few days ago, Rajan Babu had received a threatening letter by post. It had words not written, but cut out from newspaper and books. Be prepared to pay for your sins, is all that it said. In this paragraph, the narrator is telling us that few days ago, Rajan Babu received a threatening letter by post, and it was not written by hand. It had alphabets and letters cut from newspapers or magazines or some books, and compiled together, and it was saying that be prepared to pay for your sins. When we visited Rajan Babu to inquire about it, Feluda asked, "Have you a reason to suspect anyone?" Now here the narrator of the story, Topshe, is telling us that when he himself and Feluda visited Rajan Babu to inquire about it, Feluda asked him that if there is anyone on whom he suspects, on whom he has some kind of doubt. "Absolutely not. I don't remember harming anyone anytime." Rajan Babu refused that he don't know anyone and he don't remember any incident or anything that he had done something wrong to anyone. "Does anyone visit you regularly?" Feluda also asked him that if there is anyone who visits him regularly. "Well, I don't get too many visitors. Dr. Phony Mitra comes occasionally, only when I am ill." Now Rajan Babu tells him that there is that he doesn't have too many visitors at his home. Only few people come to his house, like Dr. Phony Mitra. Dr. Phony Mitra, he comes to his house occasionally when he is ill. After some investigation, Feluda said to me, "Dr. Phony Mitra could be the one who sent the letter. He seems to be in need of money as he doesn't have a good practice." Now Rajan Babu told Feluda that he has a doubt on Dr. Phony Mitra, and maybe he is the one who has written the letter, because according to Rajan Babu he was in need of money, and as he was not a good doctor and he does not have a good practice, so he was in need for money. A letter like this would make Rajan Babu afraid and make him ill, and if that happened, he would naturally go to his doctor. Rajan Babu thought that if this kind of letter Dr. Phony Mitra will write to him, he would certainly get ill and he will visit the doctor for his treatment, which will increase Dr. Phony Mitra's earnings. The second person who visited Rajan Babu often was Mr. Ghoshal, an expert in antiques. Of late, Rajan Babu had developed an interest in antiques and curious and collected many masks, daggers and old paintings. Then, after telling Feluda about Dr. Phony Mitra, Rajan Babu also told him about Mr. Ghoshal, who was an expert in antiques. What are antiques, students? Antiques are old and very valuable things. So Rajan Babu is saying that Mr. Ghoshal, an expert in antiques, often used to visit him, and Rajan Babu had developed an interest in, here in this 9th paragraph they are also telling us that after retirement Rajan Babu developed an interest towards antiques and rare and unusual things which are small in size. Curious means rare and unusual things which are small in size. People often collect them, like masks, daggers and old paintings. Tinkori Babu thought Ghoshal was a crook. "I don't trust him at all. He pretended to be interested in art and antiques, but I think what he really wants is to buy them cheap here and sell them to foreigners at a much higher rate," Tinkori Babu had told Feluda when he met him in the coffee shop the next day. Now in the 10th paragraph, Topshe, the narrator of the story, is telling us that Tinkori Babu met Feluda and Topshe in a coffee shop the next day and told him that he believed that Mr. Ghoshal was a crook. Crook means a dishonest and a cheat kind of a person. He thought that he used to show that he is interested in arts and antiques, but he believed that he was a crook and he just wanted to purchase things at a cheap rate from Mr. Rajan Babu, and so that he could sell to the foreigners at a much higher rate and have some income. Now let's read paragraph number 11. Then he might have motive in sending the letter to Rajan Babu, said Feluda. I learned during my visit to the curio shop today that the shop is going to get some fresh supplies this evening. Feluda told Tinkori Babu that there must be some kind of motive towards writing this letter to Rajan Babu, and he also said that he visited a curio shop today and they told him that they are going to get some fresh supplies this evening. I see, exclaimed Tinkori Babu. A letter like that would naturally frighten Rajan Babu into staying at home for a few days, and Ghoshal would get to buy all the new pieces. Now Tinkori Babu said, oh, I get it, that maybe this letter is written so that after getting frightened, Rajan Babu will stay at his home for a few days and Mr. Ghoshal would get a chance to buy all the new pieces from the curio shop. Exactly, Feluda said, exactly. Our next suspect was Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar, who was away. Rajan Babu, it seems, had asked Prabir to leave the house when he was caught stealing money from his father's cupboard. Father and son had not been in contact since. Now, in the 14th paragraph, the narrator of our story is telling us that the next suspect was Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar, who was not in contact with Rajan Babu for a long time, and he was caught stealing money from his father's cupboard. Feluda's investigation had revealed that Prabir had recently arrived in Darjeeling. The narrator of the story is telling us that Feluda investigated and he came to know that Prabir had recently arrived in Darjeeling. This news shocked Tinkori Babu. Tinkori Babu was shocked to hear this news. Now let's read our next paragraph, that is paragraph number 16 on next page, which is 43. Rajan Babu doesn't know that his son is in town, said Tinkori Babu, and I don't think he should be told. After all, he's already had one shock aunt. Now, Tinkori Babu was saying, after hearing this news about Rajan Babu's son Prabir, that he is in Darjeeling, he has recently arrived in Darjeeling, he said that I think that Rajan Babu should not get this information about his son. He is already in shock. So Prabir has a motive to threaten his father, interrupted Feluda. As Tinkori Babu was saying that the information about his son should not be given to Rajan Babu, suddenly Feluda interrupted in and said that maybe Prabir has a motive to threaten his father. Paragraph number 18. Now the case had reached the stage where it had 3 suspects but no culprit yet. The narrator of the story is saying that This case of writing a threatening letter has reached to a stage where they have 3 suspects, but there is no culprit yet. Then something very frightening happened. One morning we received a message that Rajan Babu wanted to see us urgently, and we rushed to his house. We found him lying down, looking pale and haggard. Dr. Mitra was by his side, examining him, and Tinkori Babu was fanning him. Rajan Babu spoke with some difficulty. Last night after midnight, I woke up suddenly, and there it was, masked face. Yes, I saw a masked face. It bent over me. It was horrible, Rajan Babu continued. I can't tell you how I spent the night. Now, here the narrator of the story is telling us that one morning they were suddenly they were called to Rajan Babu's house, and when they reached there, they saw Rajan Babu lying on bed, and he looked pale and haggard. Pale and haggard means unusually white and tired due to worry and lack of sleep. Dr. Mitra was examining him, and Tinkori Babu was fanning him. Rajan Babu spoke with some difficulty and said that last night at mid time he saw some face with mask on it. When Faluda and Topshe, the narrator of the story, heard this, they were shocked, and they asked what kind of masked face he is talking about. Rajan Babu said that it was a horrible scene, and I can't tell you how I spent my night. Take it easy, said the doctor. You need complete rest. Dr. Mitra, Faluda said suddenly, did you go out last night? Your jacket's got a streak of mud on it. Then all of a sudden, in paragraph number 23, Faluda asked Dr. Mitra that if he went somewhere last night, and he also said that his jacket has got a streak of mud on it. Streak means a long mark of mud on it. Yes, I did, to see a patient, replied Dr. Mitra. Dr. Mitra said, yes, I went to a patient's house to check him. Now let's read on to our next page. Come to page number 44, paragraph number 25. Faluda waited for the doctor to leave and then asked Rajan Babu, what did the mask look like? It was like one of those you see on the wall there. The mask, he pointed out, was most horrendous. Tinkori Babu came in after seeing the doctor off and said to us, I'm sorry, but I have to return to Calcutta today. I tried to change my ticket, but they said I can't get a booking for another 10 days. But before I leave, I will inform the police. Rajan Babu needs protection. Felu Babu, you can continue with your investigation. Nobody will object to that. Now here, in paragraph number 27, Tinkori Babu, after doing see off to the doctor, he came inside and said that he is very sorry and he needs to go back to Calcutta as his tickets are not getting postponed for another book on another day, and he said that he will inform the police and Rajan Babu needs protection. He also said to Faluda that Felu Babu, you can continue with your investigation. He called him Felu Babu and said that he could continue his investigation and nobody would object to that. Para number 28, Faluda and I decided to stay that night at Rajan Babu's house. We then went out separately on our work for the rest of the day and got back in the evening to find Rajan Babu much better. He showed us to our room. Rajan Babu, now here the narrator is saying that Faluda and I decided to stay at Rajan Babu's house, and he said that in the daytime we went to do our work for the rest of the day, and then in the evening we came back to Rajan Babu's house, and he was much better. He showed them their rooms. We'll continue with the explanation in our next video. Till then, have a good day and bye bye.